Dear friends, welcome to the family of Knowledge World. We are so sorry, within 10 days we could not upload any video due to the health issues. I could not upload any video. Now I am fine by the grace of God, and I'll try that I'll frequently upload videos. Once again, from the team of Knowledge World, we are so sorry. Dear friends, today our topic will be the Nehru report. But before that, I request you all to kindly subscribe, like and press the bell button so that the lecture reaches more and more people and more people get benefited. Please help us by sharing this knowledge to your friends and classmates. Thank you. So friends, now let's talk about the Nehru report. What is the Nehru report? Why it originated? What were its recommendations? Then what was the response? So now let's go to the background of Nehru report. So in 1927, as I told in the previous lecture, that the British government constituted the Simon Commission. They constituted the Simon Commission in order to inquire about the Government of India Act 1919 and provided further recommendations. But the flaws in that act was that in that act all were European and no one was Indian. So this angered the Indian leaders. In the meantime, the British also challenged Indians that if they are so much keen about the constitution, let them make their own constitution. So what happened? This angered Indians. So according to the British, Indians were not capable of their constitution, to make their constitution, but Indians took this seriously, and in December 1927, at the All India Congress session, they decided two things. The Congress decided two things. One, they would boycott Simon Commission, and another, they would call an all-party conference to draft a constitution. So in May 1928, an all-party conference was called. And the all-party conference constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Motilal Nehru. Motilal Nehru, he is the father of Jawaharlal Nehru also. In this name, the Nehru report. So Motilal Nehru was the chairman, and the other members included Sir Ali Imam, Tej Bahadur Sappu, Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru. So this committee had a task to first look into the dominion status issue of India, as well as to also look on the issue of communal representation and also to form the constitution. So the committee submitted its report in August 1928, but due to some changes were made, and the final recommendations was submitted in December 1928. In December 1929, the committee submitted its report in August 1929, and again the revised report was published in December 1929. I'm sorry with the dates. Okay, December 1929. So now let's talk about the recommendations, some important recommendations. The first recommendation was India should be a dominion status, not would be given. India should be a dominion status. It should be a part of Commonwealth like Canada, Australia and other countries at that time. So what is Commonwealth means that India would still be under the British Empire, but it would have its Council of Ministers, Prime Minister, and it would have independence, but still it would be nominally, it would be under the rule of the British. Second recommendation was Indian citizens would be those people who renounce the citizenship of other countries, which means if anyone would have double citizenship, he would not be a citizen of India. He should renounce the citizenship of other country, then only he would be a citizen of India. Then it spoke about fundamental rights. For example, no state religion. It means that there would be no state religion. All religions would be treated equally. It spoke about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to assemble peacefully, but it should not violate the morality and public order. It also spoke about right to employment for the people. They would not be discriminated on the basis of caste, religion. It also spoke about right to elementary education, compulsory elementary education. Also, it spoke about minorities would be taught in their own languages. The report also spoke about the right of habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means if you are arrested within 24 hours, if you are arrested and if you are somewhere lost, then someone could challenge this writ and the court could order habeas corpus. It means that you would be presented before the magistrate. So this writ was there, the writ of habeas corpus also, but that could be only suspended during the time of war or rebellion. In case if it would be suspended by the legislature. In case if the legislature is not in session, then by the governor. But the Governor General should inform this before the legislature. Also, it spoke about no communal representation, no separate electorate. There would be no separate electorate. It completely rejected this. Instead, there would be reservations for Muslims where they are in minorities, and Bengal and Punjab would not have reservations, but other provinces would have, and the province of Northwest Frontier would have reservations for the minorities, means non-Muslims there. Then let's come about to the central legislature, central government. So the central government would be, India would have a federation. It would have the center, state, as well as the king. In the residuary power would be with the center. The center would comprise two houses of parliament, House of Representatives and Senate, and also the king. The Senate would be the upper house in which there would be 200 members. The term of Senate would be 7 years, and it would be elected by the Provincial Legislative Council on the basis of proportional representation by single transferable vote. So the same way how now Rajya Sabha is there, right? The same way Senate. The House of Representatives would consist of 500 members. The term of it would be 5 years. Okay, both houses would have president and deputy president. Okay, these were the two houses of parliament. And apart from that, it also spoke about the executive powers. The executive powers would be in the king on the behalf of Governor General. There would be a prime minister who would be appointed by the Governor General and 6 council of ministers. The ministers are collectively responsible to the House of Representatives. Okay, and it also spoke about the Commonwealth would appoint its own ambassadors as well as its own high commissioners by the Governor General on the basis of on the advice of his council, that is the Executive Council. The Governor General also would act on the advice of the council which consists of Prime Minister and his council of ministers. Then let's come to the provincial legislature. There would be provincial legislative councils. There should be provincial legislative councils. Okay, they should be elected by the people. It would be the executive power in the provinces would be by the governor and the council of ministers. There should be 5 council of ministers. The governor would appoint the council of ministers on the advice of the chief minister. Same as we have state legislature, it's the same. Then it spoke about the Public Service Commission. Okay, the Public Service Commission should be separate for the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth should have its own public service commission. There would be the method of appointment, their classification, their salaries, etc. Then let's talk about it. Spoke about the judiciary also. The Dominion would have Supreme Court, in which there would be a Lord President and judges. They would be appointed by the governor on the advice of the. They would be appointed by the governor. Then it spoke about the high courts. The high court would have chief justice and judges. They would be appointed by the governor and their council. Okay. Then the report spoke about separation of provinces. The Sindh province, it specifically spoke about the Sindh province that would be separated from the province of Bombay. Same which spoke about the Simon Commission. Then it spoke about the central list as well as state list. So in central list, the subjects included defense, communication, external affairs, and national transport, etc. Whereas the state included the state education, the state universities, the state public works, the local self-government such as panchayat, municipality, boards, etc. So this is all the recommendations of Nehru report. So responses after the Nehru report. Okay, the Muslim League completely rejected the Nehru report just because there was no provision of separate electorates there. So they completely rejected the report. As well as the younger generation of the Congress also opposed the report because it spoke about the Dominion status, not complete independence. So this is the whole gist of Nehru report. You tell me now, friends, Indians really drafted a very good report after the British challenged Indians. So it's really, I like the report. You tell me what is your response in the comments, and if you have doubt, please comment your doubts. Thank you.